Like we always do about this time. Perfect.
Wake up! Wake up! Hi guys, morning. It is a Wednesday. It's 10 past 8. I'm a little late this morning. No reason. Don't care. We're on our way to work. I should have a BMW 1 Series in this morning, which is having a sub and amp. And then this afternoon we've got thinkware cameras in a car. And then whatever else. I'm gonna go in and remind myself to charge my it bike. Hope you like that little clip. Took me ages to find that Segway clip, and it was worth it because it's just so funny. But yeah, I've got to go in and get the Segway on charge and hope that I'm going to have time to ride it today, get out and about. It was my little one's birthday, or my oldest birthday yesterday, so we ate copious amounts of steak last night, and I'm still eating it now. But no, it was good steak. We love steak, she does as well. She eats mountains of it. But yeah, everyone went to bed last night full stomach, happy, fed. It was a good day. And now off to work. Catch in a bit. Right, first in we have our 1 Series. This is having his own equipment, which will be a base face sub and amp with this active, this one obviously, so it's got the fuse inbuilt. We're going to do these power cables properly, sort out that, get it good, sort this thing out. So one important thing with integration is that we figure out that we've actually got like a full sound. So this is playing pink noise through the car, and I've got this running into the RTA, and obviously we can see here we've got a full range signal, nothing's clipped out, so I can then connect my sub up to this and know that we're going to get bass, as well as, you know, it's not like it's filtered or EQ'd. It's worth just having a quick check to make sure that we're not going to make the sound funky. If you're ever thinking about one of these things, don't bother. So it's all fitted properly. But when I said it's worth its weight in gold, that's for sure. The bass response on it is really bad. It doesn't really sound like a sub, even though the gain is kind of peaked. Frequencies are set. It's really mid-rangey, and it comes and goes like nobody's business. And I know bass face seems to be quite popular amongst young kids because of the price, but for the sake of it, honestly, don't. It's a massive waste of money. I think it's garbage. And I'm not just saying that because he bought it from me. Didn't buy it from me. I'd give you my honest opinion regardless, but frankly I've got a Kicker 6-inch over there that sounds better than this. Oh well, what do you do? Morning guys, how are you? This is a Friday today, is it? New phone, Note 20. Yes, Friday today. 7:21, just on my way to McDonald's, gonna grab a muffin on the way in. Sorry I've missed you for a couple of days, just been super busy, running around the place like headless chicken, trying to get stuff sorted. There'll be a menage of video content from, you know, bits and bobs, this and that and everything else. But today is Friday. We have got a Citroen Relay coming in first thing. It's having front and rear external thinkware dash cameras, like as in a protection. It's having rear reversing camera with a mirror screen on the rear view mirror, but we're going to put it on a switch so he can turn it on like a rear view mirror rather than just a reverse camera, so it'll do both. I've got a Beetle coming in this afternoon, which is having a reverse camera onto the Pioneer that's already fitted. And then we're getting washed and packed and ready to go. Tomorrow is Castle Combs Halloween Day. They've run the show season a little bit later this year to try and get some money and do some things during this terrible time. And it is the last one of the year, so we're going to go out to it. Weather is due to be questionable, to say the least. But Dan and Neil are going to come down with me. I will be taking, I think we're going to take 2 cars, possibly this and the Chaser. I won't put the Chaser on track, not at Coombe, not the way the drivers are, but this thing, maybe. So we'll see. If that's the case, then yes, I will pack my my helmet and my license, and we may do a bit of driving tomorrow. Chances are the track is going to be absolutely awful, for the simple reason that the weather, we've got a storm coming in for the next 2 days, and the weather is due to be absolutely atrocious. So it's not really going to be summer and shorts weather. It's going to be waterproofs, coat, jacket, wind, rain, all of the good stuff, which should mean that the track time is actually quiet. And because of lockdowns happening at the minute, with COVID, different areas are getting shut down even tighter. I think there's going to be even less people coming. So it could mean that we get some empty spaces during the day where the rain is really bad. And that's when I'm kind of going to suggest that we get out on track and do some public drifting. It happened a few years ago, same thing when I had my black RX-7, which was the blue one that you see in the video before I painted it. They had an open day where you could go and drive your car around Castle Coombe, and there was a Mini with a Honda engine in the back, and the guy crossed one of the curbs really like middle of the car. I don't know whether he lost control of it or he was just trying to lick the corner too much, but he crossed the big curb. Because it was a long block engine, it split the sump on the car, and he promptly did a lap of the track spewing oil out the bottom of this Mini. The next session that went out, everyone crashed, so they cancelled the driving for a second while the rain was out, because it was literally like a public ice rink. And some bright spark come up with the idea, well, let's do a slow session of, you know, people having a little play about and a little drift in, you know, in normal cars where they were not expected to be like D1 Grand Prix drivers, which was when I took the RX out and we did, I'll insert a clip. We did a big drift on a corner called Quarry, and I've had the clip for like 10 years and it always makes me smile every time I see it. But hopefully they'll do that again, so we'll be able to get out on track and slide around, not too fast, and just have a bit of a mess about. But tomorrow's going to be a good day. We just need to get past the work that we need to get done today, but I will catch you in a bit. Let's get McDonald's. Right, McDonald's in check. Let's get off to work and hopefully not spill this cup of coffee. I don't have any cup holders in the car, so it's a bit of a nightmare really. thing I did have was I've got a magnetic cup holder in the back, and it kind of works, but under extreme conditions it doesn't like holding on for dear life. I kind of get that. Oh, they've been painting all the road lines this morning. We've got new white lines everywhere. Council boys are obviously busy last night. Oh dear. Right, I'm going to get to work. I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, first in today we've got our Beetle. It's a newer shape. It's got a Pioneer already in the dash. And we're going to put on a reverse camera, which is going to go on the number plate lip here. And then run the camera through the car up into the radio area. But he's all stripped, ready to go. And we're blessed with a problem that we discussed the other day. How funny enough. So, Beetle's having a camera fitted, right? Now, it has a rear LED for the reverse light, which basically means one of two things. The first time we put it into reverse, it could be okay, but then it may not work after that because the voltage is lowered. But removing the stereo, we found some interesting wiring. It's all very well fiber taping everything up to look tidy if you don't connect shit and leave things that are alive not connected. Not the best kind of thing. We're going to shorten down this handbrake earth because what's the point, and get rid of that Scotch lock. But also it does have a reverse trigger feed off of this CAN bus here, this purple wire. So this is reverse, that's your speed pulse, that's your handbrake earth if you want to use the factory system. But we can power our reverse light off of this, and we can use it for our reverse signal input into the back of the Pioneer on this wire here. So we can basically connect those two together and then tee off of this on the camera lead, and we can actually send the power to the back of the car to power the camera. All then we need to find is a good earth and the camera will be fine. But we need to make sure that this works first before we tackle all this shit cabling and sort that out. So what we'll do is we'll put the key in the car, we'll stick the car on. Now what I may need to do for this is just pop you down. Where am I going to get you where you're going to stay and not fall over? That about it? There we go. Make sure this doesn't make any noise. Turn it down. Right, so we're in park at the minute. Obviously the camera here is not connected. So we will grab a test light. We will find an earth for the test light, which will be seat bolt. Could use the cage of the radio, don't like doing that, but it will work. Then in for our reverse signal, so we've got our test light into here, yes, snap on of course. Now if we go for reverse, that should then give this power. Alright, so foot on the brake, into reverse. Do we have power? Ah ha ha ha, yes we do. And then back out of reverse, so we can use this for our power trigger for the camera. So I don't need to interrupt the wiring on the back of the reverse light, or worry about the LED or the ECU bringing down the power so I don't get the camera the second time I go for reverse. So we're going to tee this one into the head unit to trigger the head unit to look for the camera, and then one from the feed to the back of the car, which is going to power the camera. And then the only thing I need to do then is in the back, as we discussed before, this would be my signal cable, which actually runs to the camera, that powers the camera, and then this is my feed or to and from the front. So what we're going to do is connect the red to the red, and then we earth out this black wire on the red, so that will give the camera a positive and a negative. This will then power up when the car is in reverse, because the power is going to come backwards, as well as triggering the head unit. Simple? Got it? Good. Right, so this one's done. Just got to put this surround back in. There we go, there's our reverse camera. Parking sensors merrily beeping away. Cool. Right, let's get this one put back. Right, let's go this one first. Got to get the flares right, haven't we? Yeah. 1, 2. Get these in. Why is that not sitting properly? Maybe it's the amount of foliage in the air vent. Right, that's got to go to the other side. In there, go on. Yeah, there we go. And our blacks around. It's cold out, but I'm down to my t-shirt in here. Running around this one like a blue arse. Stop it. Done. Happy days. Right. Next one. Van has just turned up. So we're going to get that one in. Yo. For all the camera stuffs. We'll park this one round the back and let the customer know he's ready. In a bit. So we got the old van done. We'll start at the back first. So we got 2 cameras. That's a reversing camera, that's a dash cam, but obviously this is external so it can be weathered and stuff and not get ruined. Then in the back, he asked me to fit some lights for him. So, that one, and that one. So I fitted 2 LEDs in here, and they're on switches. So he has lighting at night while he's working in here if he needs to, but if not, he can pull them out and they'll turn off. And then in the front, we've got obviously the front dash cam, which is here, and then this is his reversing camera. But he said he might quite like to use it as a reversing camera as well as or a rear view mirror as well as a reversing camera. So we've bonded on a plate onto the glass. We give it a bracket to sit on so it's nice and rigid, and then this thing here, that switch, turns it off and on. So if he wants to have a quick look behind him what somebody's doing, he can quickly flick it on and have a look. If not, switch it off and it stays dark. And this one is done. And then I might stop and have some dinner at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We are done for today. Friday finished. So we've got things planned ready for tomorrow. Going to be a wet day, so waterproofs will be in hand. No phone. Just testing out the new Christmas lights that we're going to put up outside the shop. I love Christmas. Ever since I had kids, or a shop, it's meant a whole load of fun. But that's it for Friday. We are done. I'm just shutting up shop. So you'll get a mixture of all sorts of days. I don't know what you're going to see. There's a bit of everything in there. And more to come from tomorrow's wet coombe trip. We'll see how it goes. Could be make or break. But either way, it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll see you tomorrow, guys, bright and early. Bacon sandwiches and coffee at the ready. Bye.